and welcome back to another episode of my awesome podcast, The Hayley Osborne Show. I'm really glad to be in your ears today. It is a beautiful day today. I've just been for a run, so the dopamine levels and all the things are at an all-time high, which I absolutely love. That's my jam, and all cylinders are firing. I appreciate you being here listening today. Today's episode 147. And it's a pretty interesting one today. So, prefacing this, doors to my signature membership, Superhero Marketing, are opening soon. And it'll be the first time that they've opened for, I want to say, 9 months, because I had a baby last year, towards the end of last year. And so, I didn't open the doors. I nurtured all my beautiful members inside, but now I am going to open the doors again, and it's set to be pretty bloody awesome. And I'm really excited. So, for the past few weeks, I've been recording this podcast of an evening late when my small humans are in bed. However, today it's daylight and so you might be able to hear it in my voice a little bit more, but the show goes on all the time, and this is something that I absolutely love to do. And I have all of my amazing systems and processes set up in and around this podcast and my business to be able to support me to create this. And so I continue to do it. And so, as a side note, if it's something that you've been thinking about doing, but you've been just sitting on the fence because you think it's going to take you a long time, I would add yourself to the waitlist of my membership, because that is something that I teach inside of the membership, and it's not as hard as you actually think. And I would love to show you how I do it. And if you're thinking, oh, I couldn't possibly, my plate's full. My plate is so full, it's not funny. So I have 3 small children, and I run this business. I have a variety of avenues and things set up in the business, and how I am connected with you. And so, life is full. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I want to show you how. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about showing up, standing out, and succeeding. Okay. And why your marketing is a non-negotiable, because it is a non-negotiable. And this is the place. And so if you're watching, this is on YouTube as well. So I record it. And I've got these beautiful earrings on at the moment. They were my mum's from the 80s. And I have so many pieces of jewelry of hers from the 80s. So if you're not watching on YouTube, go and have a look. And they're just stunning. So, and these are clip-ons actually. So I just love them, and I just want them to last forever. But I'm not sure if they're very funky. But cool, right? So anyway, this podcast, if you've been a long-term listener, I thank you so much, but you know that I don't sugarcoat the truth, because let's be real, business success isn't about luck. It is about action. And today's episode, it's a straight up call out. Pretty much make marketing or make excuses. Now, let's be honest, you're here because you want to grow and you want to attract your dream clients. You want to increase your sales. You want to make a real impact. But here's the deal. You're either making marketing happen or you're making excuses. Okay, that's it. There is no gray area. It's black or white. And I wanted to start off this episode with a bit of harsh truth about marketing that I think that you need to hear. And marketing is not optional. Okay, it is not optional. It is the backbone of every single successful business. Yet I see it all the time that business owners sitting on gold, right, which is your business, it is your golden nugget, but refusing to show it off. Why? Why are you refusing to show it off? And I see people come to me and they say they don't have time. I'm not sure what to post. Marketing doesn't work for me. I'll do it later, but later never comes. We are now at the beginning of March, okay, as this episode comes out. And so later, guys, we are approaching quarter 1 of the year, 2025. So later never comes. And if you've been putting it off, guess what? A year from now, your business will be in exactly the same place as it is today. And that's not growth. That's pretty much stagnation. And stagnation will we all know that that sucks. So I think there's some harsh truths from me that I wanted to share with you that I think are important. And if, you like, I think I listened to a podcast episode the other day around where you should be investing in when you are young and you're starting out your business. And it shouldn't be in parking money for, and I'm not a financial planner, but it just resonated with me is, parking money in places where you can see compounded growth is not the place to grow your money. The place to grow your money is in your knowledge, especially as you're starting out. So invest in things that are going to help you to grow your knowledge because no one can ever take that away from you. Knowledge is power. Okay. So the more knowledge you have, the more you will be able to input things into your business that you didn't know that needed to happen. And when you have that knowledge, knowledge is power and knowledge makes more money. Okay. So that's where the compounded growth should be. So if you haven't invested in yourself this year and your business, now is the time. I would love to see you join Superhero Marketing so I can help you take away those, fence sitting kind of whatever you've got going on fence sitting inside of your business and those harsh truths to be able to move forward, to be able to create marketing because it is not optional when you have a business, especially in today's age where, we are pumped with so many marketing messages every single day that it's hard to stand out and it's becoming harder and harder. And so if you've got a few tricks up your sleeve, a few little golden nuggets of knowledge, a few things that, that help you continuously grow, you are much further ahead than what you would have been had you not. So later never comes. Don't put it off. Stagnation sucks, and I don't want that for you. So there is magic in showing up. And when you show up consistently, and I'm a super positive person, so it creates visibility. And visibility leads to credibility. And credibility leads to sales. That's how business works. That's how my business works. I've been up on this podcast now for a couple of years, and it has done just that for me. I've been consistent, which has made me more visible. Visibility leads to credibility, which leads to sales. It is just the way it works, but you have to get started and you have to be visible, which you have to be consistent to be visible. And it's how business works and it is how you will grow. Marketing, it's not just about selling at all, it's about building trust. Okay. The people in your audience might not need you right now. Okay. But when they do, if you've been present, if you've been showing up, if you've been adding value, if you've been sharing your awesome experiences, then you will be their first choice. That's just what happens. And that's when the magic happens. And if they're not engaging, people are watching. That is exactly what happens to me. People are watching from the bleachers, everything that I do. And they're not liking, they're not sharing, they're not commenting, they're not DMing me. They are watching though. And even my competitors, I know that you're watching. I know that you're listening, and I'm cool with that because I know that no one can ever be like me. Okay. You might be in marketing. You might be that you might have competitors of your own that are watching, that are lurking, that are reading, that are absorbing, and then they are trying to learn from you and how you do it. No one can ever be you. Okay. So that's your golden nugget. And people vibe with your energy. And, 100 people can do what you do, but it's your energy and you that set you apart. And so when your ideal clients are lurking, reading, absorbing, when the day comes that they need you and they need what it is that you have to offer, you'll be the only name that they think of. And that has happened to me hundreds and hundreds of times. Okay. It is glorious. So be that person for your audience. Okay. So what does making marketing look like? If you're really serious about business growth, and you obviously are because you're listening to this podcast, here's what making marketing actually means. It means showing up consistently, and not just when you feel like it. It means showing up when you actually have a plan and a strategy to show up with, okay? Because that will help you to create valuable content that puts you in a position of authority, okay? That's what making marketing actually means. Okay. So you're engaging with your audience, and all of your ideal clients, and you are spending time uh, commenting, liking, interacting. So you're showing up in your own space, then you're engaging with your ideal clients because they are, and that's what you should be doing. You should be commenting, liking, sharing, DMing, replying, and this altogether optimizes your digital presence. Okay. This is making marketing. So it is a two-way street. This then optimizes your website, how people are finding you through their search, okay, your social media, then your email, because if you're showing up consistently, people are seeing you, they're wanting what you have to offer, they're going to become part of your database. It's just what happens. It is like a beautiful bouncing ball, and we are here. Well, I'm here to teach you how to close that circle, fill those holes in that bucket, and have a strategy where you are feeding people into your world like a well-oiled machine in a really beautiful, organic way with a smile and a really genuine personality. That's how I want you to show up. And so it's not just about posting or placing an ad or running a bus shelter advertising, putting letterbox drops, doing every kind of aspect, okay? It's not about that and hoping for the best. It's about having a strategy. That is what making marketing actually means. And before you say, Hayley, I don't have time for that, let's get real. You make time for what matters. And if you want your business to grow, marketing has to be a priority. Extending yourself has to be a priority. So, how do we avoid making a billion excuses? Because life happens, we get busy, okay? And if you catch yourself making